Wilt Chamberlain didn't just break records, he shattered them into a million pieces. He scored 100 points in a single game, a feat that still stands as an unbreakable record. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. He averaged 50.4 points per game in the 1961 to 1962 season, a feat that's beyond the imagination of most NBA players today. Wilt even averaged 48.5 minutes per game one season, which is quite frankly absurd. But is Wilt really as good as his numbers? Before Wilt Chamberlain became an NBA sensation, he was already making quite a splash in the world of basketball during his college and amateur days. But here's the twist. His path to greatness wasn't your run-of-the-mill story. Chamberlain's early life was marked by some health struggles, particularly a fierce bout with pneumonia that nearly took him down and caused him to miss an entire year of school. It's almost hard to believe that the guy who'd go on to dominate the court was once a frail kid. But you see, even back then, he was standing tall at 6 feet by the time he hit double digits in age, giving a sneak peek into the incredible potential that lay beneath the surface. Here's the kicker. Basketball wasn't exactly love at first sight for Wilt. In fact, he used to think of it as a sport for the not-so-tough crowd. Yet, fate had other plans. Growing up in Philadelphia, where basketball was practically king, he eventually decided to give it a shot. It was during his time at Shoemaker Junior High School, in that pivotal 7th grade year, that he decided to embrace the game. Little did he know, this decision would set him on a path to becoming one of the most dominant and iconic players the world of basketball had ever witnessed. Players like George Mikan and Bill Russell were the predecessors to Wilt, showcasing their skills in an era when big men ruled the hardwood. Wilt Chamberlain's impact wasn't limited to the professional ranks. Even before he entered the NBA, his name was synonymous with basketball excellence. According to ESPN journalist Hal Bock, Chamberlain was nothing short of scary and flat-out frightening, saying, "Before he came along, very few players at the center position possessed his level of athleticism, stature, and stamina. Chamberlain changed the game in fundamental ways no other player did." Before he even set foot in college, Chamberlain was making waves. At Overbrook High School, he led his team to 2 city championships over 3 seasons, boasting an incredible 56-3 win-loss record and averaging a jaw-dropping 37.4 points per game. When he entered the University of Kansas in 1955, the college basketball landscape was forever altered. His presence catalyzed significant rule changes, including the requirement for shooters to keep both feet behind the line during free throw attempts. His legendary 50-inch vertical leap and the ability to dunk foul shots without a running start, starting just steps behind the top of the key, left fans and opponents alike in disbelief. During his junior season of 1957 to 58, opposing teams struggled to contain his dominance, resorting to freeze ball tactics and deploying multiple defenders to guard him. It was clear that Chamberlain was not just a player, he was a phenomenon. Over his 2 seasons at KU, he averaged an astonishing 29.9 points and 18.3 rebounds per game, solidifying his status as a basketball legend in the making. Wilt Chamberlain's journey to basketball stardom had a twist that set it apart from the usual script. Imagine a time when the NBA didn't pick players until they finished college. It was the norm. But Chamberlain? Well, he was anything but ordinary. Instead of taking the conventional college route, he went off the beaten path. In 1958, he decided to put his incredible skills on display with none other than the Harlem Globetrotters. And for his jaw-dropping talent and showmanship, he raked in a jaw-dropping sum of $50,000. It was a bold and unique move, one that showcased his abilities far beyond the traditional college experience. Chamberlain's connection with the Harlem Globetrotters was more than just a brief stint. In the years that followed, he became a frequent guest star during the off-season. What made it special for him was that he wasn't on the court to break records or face jeers from the crowd. Instead, he joined a group of artists, all passionate about entertaining the audience with their basketball magic. It was a time when the sport became pure spectacle, and Chamberlain was right at the heart of it. His impact went well beyond the basketball court, and to honour his contributions, on March 9, 2000, the Globetrotters decided to retire his Number 13 jersey. It was a fitting tribute to a player whose influence transcended the boundaries of traditional basketball. But there's more to Chamberlain's story. In 1959, he became the Philadelphia Warriors territorial pick before the draft, a rare selection based solely on his pre-college roots. I've been faced with a little pressure and my whole athletic career third space. I don't think the press will bother me too much at all. Wilt Chamberlain didn't just glide into the NBA, he came crashing in like a basketball typhoon, and his rookie season was nothing short of legendary. Imagine a rookie bursting onto the scene, not only securing the Rookie of the Year award, but also walking away with the coveted MVP and All-Star Game MVP honours. The moment Chamberlain stepped onto the hardwood, it was crystal clear. He wasn't just another player, he was a generational phenomenon destined for basketball immortality. Chamberlain's debut season was like a whirlwind, a rollercoaster ride of records and jaw-dropping performances. He left an indelible mark at the All-Star Game. He not only led his team to victory, but also earned him the title of All-Star Game MVP. 23 points and a jaw-dropping 25 rebounds in a single game. A spectacle that left fans and D pundits alike in sheer disbelief. His domination wasn't confined to All-Star festivities. It carried over to the regular season. On that fateful day, January 25th, 1960, Chamberlain dropped an astonishing 50 points and snagging an unbelievable 40 rebounds in a single NBA game, a feat so rare it defied the limits of imagination. Chamberlain's rookie season statistics were nothing short of mind-boggling. An average of an astonishing 37.6 points and 27 rebounds per game, shattering every previous record in sight. To put it in simple terms, he needed just 56 games to amass 2,102 points, eclipsing the all-time regular season scoring record previously held by Bob Pettit, who took a staggering 72 games to achieve 2,101 points. Fast forward to the 1967 NBA Finals, and he found himself pitted against his former squad, the San Francisco Warriors, boasting a star-studded roster led by luminaries like the exceptional forward Rick Barry and the formidable center Nate Thurmond. Despite the formidable opposition, Chamberlain's contributions shone brightly, averaging an incredible 17.7 points and a jaw-dropping 28.7 rebounds per game. It was in moments like these that he captured the essence of being a champion. Chamberlain's relentless pursuit of greatness knew no bounds, and as the seasons rolled on, his influence on the league continued to deepen and inspire. On July 9, 1968, a groundbreaking trade between the Los Angeles Lakers and the Sixers was finalized, marking the first instance in NBA history where a reigning MVP was traded the following season. Chamberlain found himself in a new squad that featured fellow former All-American forward Elgin Baylor and the Hall of Fame guard Jerry West. Despite their collective talents, the team faced adversity in their initial seasons together, experiencing heartbreak in the form of playoff defeats. It was in the 1972 season that Chamberlain embraced a different role, which marked a significant departure from his earlier dominant scoring years. He posted a season-low average of 14.8 points per game, but counterbalanced it with a remarkable 19.2 rebounds per game, all while leading the league with an astounding .649 field goal percentage. Chamberlain's defensive prowess played a pivotal role in the Los Angeles Lakers' remarkable 33-game winning streak, ultimately culminating in a then record-breaking 69 wins in the regular season. During the playoffs, the Lakers faced challenging opponents, including the Chicago Bulls, followed by a showdown against the Milwaukee Bucks, led by the young center and regular season MVP Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Jerry West, a Lakers legend himself, acknowledged Chamberlain's extraordinary contribution, describing it as the greatest ball-busting performance I have ever seen. Chamberlain's exceptional all-around performance guided the Lakers to their first championship in Los Angeles with a resounding 114-100 victory. In recognition of his outstanding efforts, Chamberlain earned the coveted title of Finals MVP, standing as a testament to his tenacity and dedication, even while playing through injuries. Let's step back in time to the astonishing 1961 to 1962 NBA season, a true marvel in the legendary career of Wilt Chamberlain. His scoring ability was nothing short of breathtaking, averaging an astounding 50.4 points per game. To grasp the magnitude of this achievement, consider that he outscored even basketball icon Michael Jordan, who boasted an impressive 37.1 points per game during the 1986-87 season. Chamberlain's scoring was in a league of its own, setting a standard that may never be surpassed. But Chamberlain wasn't a one-trick pony. He brought more to the game than just scoring. He possessed an uncanny ability to dominate the boards, averaging an astonishing 25.7 rebounds per game, accumulating a remarkable 2,052 rebounds during the season, and averaging an astounding 48.53 minutes per game. However, the zenith of this incredible season was reached on a fateful night, March 2nd, 1962, when Wilt Chamberlain achieved what many consider the greatest single-game performance in the history of sports. In an awe-inspiring showcase of basketball brilliance, Chamberlain scored an astonishing 100 points in a single game. This feat included making an incredible 36 field goals. Wilt Chamberlain's basketball records are so unreal that seem too video game-like to be true. Wilt's scoring abilities reached stratospheric heights, with a mind-blowing 32 games where he piled on 60 or more points. And if that wasn't enough to leave you awestruck, he managed a staggering 118 games where he gobbled up 40 or more rebounds. Then there's that iconic day on November 24th, 1960, when Wilt Chamberlain defied all expectations for an NBA center. He corralled an astonishing 55 rebounds against his longtime rival Bill Russell. But Chamberlain wasn't just a scoring machine. He had a flair for playmaking as well. In the 1967-68 season, he became the first and only center to lead the league in total assists, dishing out an incredible 702 assists, averaging 8.6 per game. This remains a single-season record for the center position. He also boasts almost 4 times as many 50-point games as the next closest player, outshining even the legendary Michael Jordan. Additionally, he holds more than 5 times as many 60-point games as the next closest, the iconic Kobe Bryant. It is also highlighted by his remarkable collection of 70-point games, a feat that eclipses the combined total of every other player in NBA history. He finished his career as a 2-time champion, a Finals MVP, a 4-time regular season MVP, a 13-time All-Star, a 12-time All-NBA, an NBA Rookie of the Year, 7-time scoring champion, an 11-time rebounding champion, an NBA assist leader, the first member of the rare 30K club, and his jersey was retired by Harlem Globetrotters, the Warriors, 76ers, Lakers, and the Kansas Jayhawks. Wilt Chamberlain's legacy is a testament to his incredible talent and dominance in an era that laid the foundation for modern basketball. His stats are mind-boggling, but they only scratch the surface of his impact on the game. Wilt Chamberlain was more than just a player. He was a phenomenon, a force of nature, and a true basketball legend. So, to answer the question, yes, Wilt was every bit as good as his stats, and then some.